How's it going, guys? In this part of the book, it's about downsell offers. So I'm just going to go through a couple of bits that I've sort of noticed that I think are pretty cool. So let's go. Okay, so downselling tweaks the original offer to find the highest value solution for the customer's budget. So any offer you make after someone says no, it's basically a downsell. Yes, if a customer says no thanks and you're trying to sell something to them, this is another downsell technique talks about. So you can do financing, they say no to that. The next one is now, it's basically half now, then a half later. They say no to that, then you go to a free payment plan. You pay sort of a third each month or however you want to do that. If they say no to that, then there's another one, evenly spread payments. So you've kind of downsold the plan from paying up front to evenly spread payments. So you'll listen to the customer. So it's pretty cool. Okay, so another one is called trial with penalty. So it's basically a downsell there. So if someone doesn't pay up front, you can offer free service, and these are basically the guidelines. You say to the customer, show up or you pay. You need to show up. Say if you're doing like personal training, they need to show up a certain number of times per month. On here saying about 4 sessions a month. If they don't show up for those, then they've got to pay in full. They have to do homework. They've got to do calls with you. They need to give reviews. That's another thing. So you're asking people to sort of leave reviews. So if they do all that, you give them a big discount. If you agree to a discount, then that's kind of more with that. So, but obviously with trial with a penalty means that if they don't follow these steps that you put in place, you put the rules in place, they're going to have to pay. But initially you're making it sound a lot better, and you're helping the customer really. So they just have to jump through some hoops to satisfy your needs. So it's kind of like a two-way street really, like a relationship. So you're helping each other out. Okay, so another example, trial with penalty. This is a business to consumer offer a 20-day kick the habit sort of blueprint. So if you're trying to get to train and stuff like that, so the rules here. So to get the trial for free and avoid the penalty fee, the customer must attend all the consulting calls that you'll be putting them through. They need to post their progress in the group once per week, and then also need to attend feedback sessions and transformation sessions. And these are basically another way you can make upsells within those sort of meetings. So you're helping them out, but they obviously need to stick to all these rules, otherwise they'll have to pay, and it's basically avoiding a penalty fee. So if they stick to everything, they don't need to pay the penalty. So it's quite a smart way to do things. Rules that you're giving the customer and the fines that they're going to basically pay, or the full price of the actual product that you're selling, is kind of like a hidden incentive. So if the customer says, how come I'm going to potentially pay these fees, you just say, well, it's a bit of motivation, isn't it? It's going to hurt you in the wallet, so you might as well follow through with the plan that you set out for. If you want to lose weight, then these are the steps you put in place. Yeah, so if you get resistance from, it says here, you'll need to attend 8 workouts over the next 21 days, and to hold you accountable, we'll only bill you if you don't show up. And it's quite an easy way to sort of explain it to the customer. So that seems to be trial with penalty. Another thing how feature downsells work is you're selling a product instead of like a 3-month supply. How about we start with just 1? So you're still making a sale there. The next one is a service quantity downsell. Instead of 4 sessions per month, why don't we start you with 2? So, the customer might not have the money to pay for the full service, but you're still making a sale, even if it's just 50%. So you're still getting the money at the end of the day. And also feature downselling, product quality. So think of older versions. So you could be selling software. So instead of selling like the newest version, say like Windows, Microsoft, whatever version of the OS, or Microsoft Word, sorry, you can sell them an older version. And so you're downselling, but you're still making money. Yeah, so in essence, the downsell is not giving them the full quality product, but effectively you are still selling to them, but you're giving them basically a discount on something that's closer to your premium product. Yeah, Alex has obviously done all these different sort of techniques in his business. He talks from first-hand experience within the book. I'm not going over absolutely every single sort of page. I'm just summarising some of the chapters, and I hope you've enjoyed these videos. So that's my take anyway. So that was on downsells, and I believe I've got a couple more chapters. That'll be the next couple of videos. So I'll see you then. Anyway, if you like these videos, click the subscribe, like them, and also leave a comment if you want me to go through any other books. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.